Okay, for our pals that are still working through Iron Flame, this is your sign that if you want to lurk, mute the tab, whatever, as long as you see this icon, we will be discussing spoilers. Spoilers, theories, etc. We will obviously not be talking about any spoilers from Onyx Storm. That's floating around on the internet. We're not ruining anybody's good time, especially me. But if you see this and you care, just know we'll see you later. Okay? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand. You put it back. Sarah's die hi. We're fine with the lights off. We could see you fine. Did you really? I feel like on my side it's so dark. And then you get the light flicker here. Oh my god, that does actually feel a lot better. Hi chat, I'm in your walls. A couple of the candles from behind you onto the desk. Oh, to illuminate it more? I wonder if I could just take a... Chat, gather around the campfire. I'm going to tell you a story. No, that makes it worse. Then you get the shadows. Oh. All right, we'll keep it for this segment because we're just going to be chatting anyway, okay? We're going to be chatting anyway. Spoilers mean I've got to go. Hannah, we love you. Pals, if you're not going to be coming back, because I don't know how long we're going to go after this, remember, no stream tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. We'll be back on Saturday for the big birthday stream, okay? I love you. Moonwitch, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get into it. What did you think? Your initial knee-jerk reaction. Part of me wants to start at the beginning, but why don't we start at the end? Is everybody gone? Lurk, lurk, lurk. Is everybody gone? Let's start at the end. Rebecca Yarros at this point has just, man, she knows how to leave you hanging. She knows how to make you scream. They finally get together. And what is Xaden? Venom. Unbelievable. So let's talk about the ending. The third act in Iron Flame begins with the epic battle in Navarre. Violet is able to momentarily activate the wards, but at the cost of her mother's life. So if you were here when I was trying to finish up the book, we were doing a co-working stream and I was crying when Violet's mom dies. That's when I cried. When the battle is over, Violet goes to see Xaden, who, according to Taryn, is alive. Violet reaches Xaden, who is guarded by Sigale in a protective way. Xaden stands at the edge of the ravine, his back turned towards Violet. She tells him about the wards and her mother's death. However, he's acting strangely. He doesn't look into Violet's eyes and seems to be emotionless. Xaden drags his gaze and finally looks at Violet with a faint, almost indistinguishable red ring emanating from his gold-flecked irises. Remember, Venom are power-hungry beings that drain magical power from a source. They don't get their magic from a griffin or a dragon like riders or flyers. It is said that draining magic this way corrupts the soul. There is no cure that we know of right now for this corruption. And as Jack Barlow says to Xaden in the last chapter, don't worry, we'll get back to Jack, okay? You can never give back what's taken. You'll only hunger for more. There's a hierarchy for Venom, and it can be easily distinguished by their eye color. We now know that Xaden, currently at the end of Iron Flame, has what I mentioned before, a faint, almost indistinguishable red ring emanating from his gold-flecked irises. So, he's an initiate, which is the lowest rank. The red in their eyes depends on how much power they drain. By reading the last chapter, we see that he is conscious, but that he can now feel the power and the craving for it. What do we think about that change? Now, I'm calling it right now, okay? I feel like we know, but weren't explicitly told that he did this because the powers that be from the higher ups, the leader of the Venom, wanted Violet. So, with the utmost act of love that Xaden could, he said, take me instead. Mama Sorrengail was such an interesting character because for the longest amount of time, you could obviously see that like they had such like a damaged and cracked relationship between mother and daughters. And to see that everything she did was for a reason, it was just so like, man, they couldn't have just made up that she was gone. Like the ultimate sacrifice. Starting to love Dane too. Dane wasn't that bad in this book. He finally turned shit around. I wasn't expecting it during the torture scene. I was like, oh my god, what's gonna happen now? With the wards active, doesn't that mean Xaden can't be there? That's a good question. I don't know. SMG, the one that you mentioned to me, yeah. Okay, listen. Me and some of my pals, we've been doing bingo sheets for Onyx Storm, things that we think are gonna happen and not gonna happen. I'm calling it right now. Jack Barlow dies again. Does he stay dead? I don't know. But he dies again. I was screaming when he got brought back. Literally screaming. You want Sloane to siphon the power he took back into the earth and make everything okay? Yeah, because that's her signet. Sloane's signet is siphoning. So she would take that power and like move it someplace else. I'm really hoping that we get more of Xaden's point of view in Onyx Storm and not just how we've been getting it in like the ending chapters or like extra bonus chapters. The torture scene was brutal. I know, for Tairn. He can be there with the wards, but his powers are diminished. Jack says that the Venom are able to survive in the wards. Maybe he means that they're able to, like, not be killed by them. But, like, maybe it still has to do with, like, what level of power that they have with it. Just can't cast non-dragon magic. Okay. He kills this dragon and destroys the ward stone. Okay. Gotcha. Camellia, let me grab you the base one from Kells. I'll double check with Kells if Kells is okay with sharing that. If not, I'll create one on Canva for y'all. And we can put it in the book club area of the Discord where we're talking about Fourth Wing and stuff. Well, that's a good question, Allie. And I've been talking to people about that. I'm going to pose it to chat. Why do you think they revived Jack Barlow? Now, if you remember, in Fourth Wing, we thought that he was dead. Violet had this whole thing that he was killed by the lightning strike, some sort of storm happening, and we thought he was dead. And it devastated Violet because this was the first time that she had thought that she had actually just killed somebody. So, was he Venom then? Did they bring him back to become a Venom? What is his overarching role going forward? What do we think? Taco, hi, baby. I love you. Look at that beautiful partner badge next to your name. Oh, my God, look. Look at it. Go follow Taco, Twitch's newest partner. I love you. You're saying he was already Venom. I think so, too. And I don't think that he died when we thought he died. I think he just needed to be patched up. Yeah, I agree. Allie. Yeah. Claire, yes. Yeah. There's a few lines in Fourth Wing, I don't have the page numbers, I'm sorry, talking about his red eyes. I'm so with you there. Yep. I'm taking a page out of Game of Thrones. Well, there's one death that fades to black, but if we don't see the body, they're not dead. That's how I feel. Jack became Venom right after the threshing because Tairn chose Violet over him and he needed to prove that he had more power. Sparring match? Yes. With the eyes, yeah. Yeah. Since the bridge. Well, I can answer this one for you, Allie. Why he saved Violet during the issue where the other person was trying to kill her. He is an initiate, or at least in terms of like the Venom hierarchy, he's on the lower end of that, right? The person who is like head Venom, the person in power, okay? They want Violet. So he's not going to kill her. He's now part of their tribe. He wants to go up the ranks. He's going to save Violet to bring to his supervisor to turn her into Venom. I mean, I would say it was definitely like obviously an explosive moment to know that like Jack was back. And then every time that we were interacting with him as Violet, we were like, is he or is he not? And then we find out. Shortly after Conscription Day. Her plot. That could be. That could be. He's power hungry. He is. I mean, he was killing people like pushing them all over. He had to save Violet from falling from the tower because the higher-ups wanted her. Yeah, yeah. No, and Allie, that's so valid. That's so valid. Do we know signets stick around once you're Venom? That is a great question. I don't think that we've expanded that yet, and I think that's going to be one of the major lore or plot points of Onyx Storm. Rebecca Yaris has confirmed that Violet will not change / go dark. Okay. And the dreams were shared, so either of them could have been the one that turned first. Exactly. Okay, yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Xaden's second signet. Hold on. Where? I had it up here. Please hold. Talk about Xaden's second signet. Are we shocked? Are we not? How are our feelings about this? I think it's in my 15 pages of notes. Signet? Should I just do like a blanket search? I think I'm gonna have to. This is so embarrassing. No, talking about Sloane. So there's a point in the book where she starts to ask the right questions to Xaden. She goes, what's your second signet? Xaden's dragon, Sigale, was bonded to his grandfather, making Xaden a direct descendant. When a dragon bonds with a direct descendant, it will either produce a second signet or madness. Xaden avoids answering the question. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Violet and Xaden reach the location for where the wards are first, and Xaden reveals his second signet to Violet. Xaden can read intentions. Having such mind powers is a death sentence for riders. Remember from the first Fourth Wing? When that boy got his powers and one of the professors just like smushes him like a grape? And Violet, now aware of this, questions the authenticity of their love. Xaden assures her that he stopped reading her intentions when he felt she was more to him than the general's daughter. So, like, every time she was like, oh my god, he's so hot, blah, blah, blah. Like, he could feel that. I loved it. It took it up to another notch for me. And now that we know that, it makes second, third, or fourth readings of Fourth Wing. Like, I'm kicking my little feet, baby. Tingling she felt around him, yes. Yeah. Not shocked, but didn't see it coming. Yeah, I didn't predict it, but it didn't surprise me. Because the dragons bond, yeah. Me too! Caitlin, that's my favorite. Oh my god. If y'all are not on YouTube or wherever you can find podcasts too, Fantasy Fangirls podcast, it's two sisters. They're amazing, and their deep dives into all of the Empyrean series is awesome. They did ACOTAR too. Yeah. Yeah. My brain reads Sigale as Sigaggle. We love a good Sigaggle. Didn't expect it, but it makes sense. The professor snapped the kid's neck. Oh, whatever he did, however he killed him. I thought he crushed him like a grape, but he might have snapped his neck. It explains how he manages to keep everyone safe and why he doesn't trust certain people. Exactly. Exactly. Okay. Where else can I go with our questioning? So, this is going to be a little bit of a theory time. So we know that Zayden has 2 signets because of what I just told you, because it's the lineage. So he either has a second signet or he goes mad. We are assuming that Violet is going to have 2 signets because she has 2 dragons. So we know right now that her signet from Tairn is wielding lightning. Okay? Now, her second sort of signet, when Adarna was a baby, her little gold dragon self, was stopping time. But Adarna, in Iron Flame, has been more, I guess, like, hibernating? Everyone thinks she is a black dragon in Iron Flame, but Violet keeps seeing hues of blue and green in her body. At first, she dismisses this, thinking that with her full growth, the color will turn black. However, Adarna keeps telling Violet that she feels different from the rest of the dragons and that she doesn't feel like she belongs. In the end, we learn that Adarna is indeed a new breed, so that the 7th breed mentioned in the journals and the one needed to create the new wards. They need 7. I waited 650 years to hatch. Waited until your 18th summer when I heard our elders talk of the weakling daughter of their general. The girl forecasted to become the head of the scribes, and I knew you would have the mind of a scribe and the heart of a writer. You would be mine. Rebecca Yaros has mentioned that whilst Violet's second signet has not yet manifested, there are clues in Iron Flame. What do we think it's going to be? What do we think it's going to be? I'm going way out there. And I'm going to say I love the time travel potential aspect. And to me, this weaves together really nicely with the absolute beginning of Fourth Wing, where Jacinia is the one that is transcribing everything that has happened. But doing so, we get these different points of view directly from the person. So I like the time travel part. What do I think is more realistic? You're saying potion making, it does complicate things. It does, though. It has manifested in Iron Flame, and that it's so obvious she didn't feel like she had to write a sentence that said what the signet is. So, if it's super, super obvious, what are we thinking? Because if it's super obvious, then we're going to be underwhelmed. If it's super obvious, I'm going to say there's one of 2 things that I could potentially say here. I could say communicate with the dead. Remember how she was saying Violet was being interrogated and tortured by Varish, and she kept seeing Liam? What if she was actually communicating with him? So I'm going to say that. Not listening, being a pain in the ass, not trusting. You're saying full intrinsic. Okay. What if it's Dane? She was speaking with Liam. Oh, really? She cannot Can she just tell us then, like, no, it's not this, no, it's not that? Give me time. Speculating is a hobby, Rebecca. So that's what I was thinking. What do we think? Hi, Tommy. You're saying hallucination? Her mind's way of keeping her alive. Ooh, there's a theory about Liam, though, that he's Venom and his ability to see has made it so he can project and he was actually there to help her. Interesting. Well, that's what I'm saying, SMG, right? Was not manifested during that scene? Okay. I can understand that. It's still frustrating. Tommy, thank you so much for the resub. Thanks for 42 months. Big smooches for you, baby. Thank you, sweetheart. How are you? So that's where I'm at right now. I'm very excited, and I want her to just, you know, explain for us. Where else is the rest of my notes? Nope, that's Twilight. That's the Mothman plush. Do we want to go over some of our favorite quotes? I don't think I can tell you my favorite quote from it. I'm gonna bleep myself, okay, chat? I'm gonna bleep myself. They burned Liam and his dragon, though. Do we think we'll see flashbacks of him? Flashbacks slash their mind playing tricks on them? Let's go, Tommy. I'm so proud of you. Hell yeah. Bring people back from the dead because of her real life experiences with her spouse being in the military for so long. Okay. I mean, I guess that's fair, but it's very hard. I guess, well, Jack Barlow being the exception kind of ruined that. So for her to say that, maybe she, you know, obviously Jack was like the big plot point. So potentially that's the only one that we're going to see. Intrinsic on some level wouldn't surprise you. Okay, yeah. Okay, does anybody have favorite quotes in here? Let me know. Okay, is this not working? I can't bleep at all. Wait. Can you hear that? Okay. Look how beautiful you are, Violet. For me on Tyrandor's throne. And I'm going to say this for two different reasons. Number one, Xaden could read me the phone book and I would be kicking my feet. But, this is especially important because we learned that Xaden is the rightful heir to the throne of Tyrandor. Violet, during this scene, didn't know it was a throne. Or about Xaden's lineage either. And she was super surprised when Xaden told her about it later. So to me, that also solidifies this connection between them, that it's more than just their dragons bonding. It's more than just his second signet. It's like Xaden is putting his future queen on the throne. Thoughts? Should I get the wing leader? Yes! Light? Nah. You're my gravity. Nothing in my world works without you. Love at its root is hope. Hope for tomorrow. Hope for what could be. Hope that someone you've entrusted your everything to will cradle and protect it. Oh, I love that. Jack never died on the screen, so we never had full confirmation that he died. That's true, whereas everybody else has had it. Very fair. Very fair. My house, my chair, my woman! I know, I love that one. It's so good. You must save yourself, Taryn demands. I chose you not as my next, but as my last. And should you fall, then I will follow. Can you still fly while carrying it? Your question irritates me. Yeah, that one. That was so funny. That was so funny. One of my favorite ones from Violet seems like a super important foreshadowing quote. So I'm going to share this with you right now. I finally understand why someone would turn to stealing magic. All of the power in the world is beneath my fingertips. And if I channel, if I take from the earth instead of from Tarn, I'll have enough power to save. I don't think it's a coincidence that a few pages later, Xaden turns into a Venom. We were told that Violet's not going to turn dark. But could something still happen with her becoming corrupted and wanting more power? Or will she harness the power in a different way to save Xaden and the rest of the Venom? Maybe she will have the ability to drain power from other sources besides Tarn. And then we had some promotional quotes on here that I wanted to highlight. From Zayden, it's possible to be angry while still madly, wildly, uncontrollably in love with me. From Dane, if you want to wear Ryder black, then earn it. And then Zayden, the first year is when some of us lose our lives. The second year is when the rest of us lose our humanity. Every Adarna line. Oh, yes, I'm grateful my life is tied to yours because it means I won't have to face a day without you in it. My heart only beats as long as yours does, and when you die, I'll meet Malik at your side. It's a damn good thing that you love me too, because you're stuck with me in this life and every other that could possibly follow. Ah! Kip read that line to me because I was sobbing. They're like, what's making you cry? And they were like, oh, that's really nice. Yeah, exactly. Right? Because Rebecca Yarrow said she's not going to become dark, but that doesn't mean that she's not going to outsource her powers in the name of good. Taria, yes, I love that line. Allie, I love that one too. And Hope, that shit is harder to kill than a dragon. Didn't the guy that helped her say she has unlimited power and it just appears as lightning? As that what she's comfortable with, something to that extent? So that she could have other powers she isn't aware of? I remember that faintly. That could be a hint of foreshadowing. Touch me and I swear to the gods, I'll cut your fucking hands off and let the quadrants sort you out in the next round of challenges, Dane Ados. I think he's finally coming around. I do. Tarn and Adarna, they're so sassy. And especially in the graphic audiobook version, they're just so funny to me. They're so funny. Raw power. Right. Okay, a couple of other ones. A couple of other questions for y'all. Do you like Fourth Wing or Iron Flame better? I'm posing this question to the community because when Iron Flame first came out on TikTok, everybody hated it. And then within the last few weeks, people were like, actually, I didn't hate it. So I want to know, without any outside influence, truly your opinion, which we're going to respect, chat. Which one did you like better? I'll go first. I loved both of them, but in different ways. If Fourth Wing was a 10 out of 5 stars for me, Iron Flame was a 5 out of 5. Fourth Wing was setting the scene. You got the world building, you're meeting the characters, you've got the enemies to lovers aspect. Iron Flame was different because now you're already in that world. Okay, what's going on? They're keeping Zayden and Violet apart. So you don't have as much as that romance. More of the plot motivations are happening. Like, what's happening with Varsh? What's happening with the Venom? Gathering the troops. Stealing the stuff that they had to. Getting Justinia involved. So I like them both for different reasons, but I still really loved Iron Flame. I know for Sigale. Y'all are saying Iron Flame. Wow. Violet is still frustratingly unlikable for you, but it's so much better. Okay. Slow at parts. It was. That was going to be my next question. What did you think of the pace of the book? Iron Flame, to me, so much slower than Fourth Wing. Not to the point where it's on par with The Court of Thorns and Roses slow, but there were pockets that I would have liked to have been faster or that I guess I cared more about. With your BG thread. I love it. Just tops it? Yeah. Because of the pacing. Riddick, yes. Fourth Wing had better pacing, yeah. Into an obsession. Chokehold, so tops Iron Flame for you. Yeah. It's honestly a tie. There was. Well, let's talk about it. A lot of people said that there was too much back and forth between Violet and Zayden in Iron Flame. What do you think? I will say there was a lot, but I don't attribute that to poor writing. I attribute that to being tied specifically to the plot points. Everybody wanted to keep them apart. They were fighting, and realistically so, it made sense. Violet was super upset at everything that Zayden was keeping away from her. Even if she understood, when she confronted him on it, he's like, well, I still can't tell you. And it wasn't a miscommunication trope. It was no communication because they were being kept apart. Did that suck, though? Yes. I missed seeing Xaden more in Iron Flame. For sure. For sure. But I understand why it had to be that way. Got kind of frustrating, yeah. A teen romance with them. But you also have to remember, too, that, like, they're in their early 20s. And all of this stuff is happening. So they were kind of acting like young adults. For Camellia, yeah. That's how I feel, too. Yeah. You want me to? Yeah. Because I think by the time that we were ready to forgive Xaden, Violet still wasn't ready. And while I do believe it was realistic and was really good for the plot and the pacing, I think it went on just a little bit too long. I will say that. And forcibly unable to speak. Exactly. Right. These Violet around her and all her children's personal disabilities. Yeah. Oh, does this look pretty? Oh my God. That's stunning. Oh, chat, this is how the chrome actually looks. Look at that. She's stunning. Unpopular opinion. I loved the action in Dragons. Could have done without the spicy scenes and it still would have been great. I feel like the spicy scenes were more, I don't know. In Fourth Wing, to me, they meant more because it was the lead up. And the ones in Iron Flame, while I did like them, they seemed more forced. Questions, comments, concerns? I did like them. But I think with that, with everything else going on, it just felt like angry and not like passionate like it was in Fourth Wing. Her verbiage. Oh my God, that's so fair. That's so fair. I really, spicy scenes to me, you gotta be really good at writing to write spicy scenes. I was reading something, is it the current book that I'm on right now? I don't feel comfortable saying this in chat, but I'm gonna put this down as one of the words that they used. And I want to know if, like, you decided to open up a window and throw yourself out of it in the same way that I did. So I don't think that Rebecca Yarros' writing is that bad when it comes to spicy scenes. But, like, can we think of some new nouns, some new adjectives for how we're feeling? Bear was just like, no, baby, no. Crafty, hi. I know, I'm so excited. If y'all were not here earlier in the week, we are going to have a co-working stream on Tuesday so I can read the book. Of a rekindling of the relationship, so less the feeling in Fourth Wing? Yeah. I'm guessing it's a see you next Tuesday. Yep. Yeah. Oh. Okay, other questions. Let me see. Oh, my head. I had some other questions for y'all, and now I can't. Maybe that was it. Okay, we got through all my questions. This is the rest of my notes. Anything that we didn't talk about yet? That sounds like a threatening aura, Moon Witch. Anything we didn't talk about yet that you're like, Violet, I gotta talk about X, Y, and Z? All right, Smut, I never write like that. No, that's just like lazy writing to me, right? It's, please. Oh my God, Claire! You were just like, I'll just hide over here now. The style of the written smut. Like, I'm currently reading a hockey romance that I love the story, but the author's smut writing is just not it for... Yes! I'm reading a horror romance, psychological thriller type of thing right now. I'm in the middle of it. I'll talk about it maybe on Saturday. The tension and the horror aspects are great. The spicy scenes, that's from what I just wrote in chat. Not great. Not great. Yeah. Yeah. Cat and Violet's relationship arc. What do you think? She went from hating Violet and Violet holding Liam's letters over her head so that she wouldn't die and would do training to them finally working together. What do you think? I think that was beautiful and realistic, truly. Really, really beautiful. Phantasma Smut was all right. I liked it, but there was a lot in Phantasma. But I still love Phantasma, but yeah, there was a lot. Some of them, like, right out the gate, they're throwing everything. No, SMG, no. I think all of us do. Absolutely not, baby. Listen, there's a reason that a lot of us like to read it. No, that's totally normal. Totally normal. The throne scene, that's Sloane. Oh, what did I say? Wait. Oh, Cat. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. Xaden's ex Cat. Oh, she's a little spicy meatball. So she was supposed to become the queen. She's got it out for Violet. She's got it fucking out for Violet. What do we think about her? I kind of like the cattiness. Because seeing it from Violet's point of view, we're like, no, we're staking claim on our man. Vi did what she had to, so Liam's sister lived. Exactly. I'm glad that now Kat respects Violet, too. Okay, I thought it was us. Yeah, she grows on you. She does. She grows on you. She was a bitch originally, but, like, cut her some slack. Truly and honestly. If she had Xaden... Like, imagine us having Xaden and somebody just stealing him from us. I would have been a bitch, too. I'd probably be thrown in jail for homicide. So at least, you know, Kat has that going for her. She didn't do that. What else? What else? What the... Dane! We didn't talk about him too much. What do we think about Dane now? What do we think? Vi and Zane's relationship is not completely organic. I agree it's not completely organic in that there was stuff already there. Yes. From Violet's mom and Xaden's deal, the dragon bonds, lives tied together. I wonder if Taryn didn't choose Violet, what would have happened with Violet and Xaden? Yeah. No, that's so fair. That's so fair. I think it bloomed and blossomed from meddling. But would that have happened to them if there wasn't any meddling? I don't know. World is ending. You have bigger problems. On the fence about Dane. I don't hate him as much. He is not tampon to me. But I still don't like him. And here's my other question. Okay? Shit, did I not have this down? The king's son, what's his name? Chat, I'm nursing a headache right now. I'm not going to remember a lot of stuff. I'm really sorry. The king's son that's hidden. Going through Basgiath hidden. What's his name? Eric. Thank you. I'm going to say something. Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. Please don't yell at me. Okay. I think Eric is going to be a bigger player in Onyx Storm. Big time. I also think that Eric and Violet are going to grow close. A lot of people were like, oh my God, what if Dane is endgame and Xaden isn't? Blah, 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 blah. Like, what if Dane is Rhysand or something? I don't believe that for a second. I just don't. But I'm thinking that Eric is potentially going to be another love interest. Maybe while Xaden is turning bad. You think he's going to end up as king? I think he's going to be important no matter what, whether a romantic interest or not. Because to introduce him as the son of the king, he's doing this completely, like, under wraps. Kat's Tamlin, though. Kat could be Tamlin, yeah. I like his character a lot too. So I guess we'll see. Anything else, chat? Anything else that you wanted to go over? I am on the verge of a migraine right now, unfortunately. So I don't wanna wrap this up before y'all are ready. But let me know if there's anything else that y'all want to talk about. Let me keep going through my notes. For Eric and Garrick's signet reveals, me too. I'm very excited. And obviously for her to just say whatever the hell Violet's is. I'm also really excited to see more of Adarna and whatever is going to be happening with her. There was a theory that was shared in chat where everybody believes she's a black dragon, right? And we know that she's like the seventh type of dragon. But part of me also wonders is that maybe her magic is gonna shift depending on the color of her scales. I don't know if that's a far-fetched thing or not. Claire, that's so fair too. In 5 seconds, yeah. Rhiannon, I love Rhiannon. Our Bicon. She's so sweet. You need an Adarna book? I think she's eerie. She could be. Allie, hi! Allison, good to see you! Yeah! I am so excited. I'm going to a midnight release on Monday night. From 9 p.m. to midnight, then I'm getting the book. And I told chat we're going to be doing a co-working stream on Tuesday so I can read it. I'll probably be up most of the night reading, but I'd like to save at least like the last 100 pages to read on stream. Yes, we do, T. So this series is called the Empyrean series, otherwise known as the Fourth Wing series. There's going to be 5 books in total. This will be the 3rd, so we've got 2 books coming after that we know of for sure. Rebecca Yarrow said that this turnaround time, this last time, she wrote Onyx Storm in 4 months. Hopefully that time crunch is not going to reduce the quality of Onyx Storm, so keep that in mind. But she's not rushing through the next one. She put her foot down, so the publisher, Red Tower, knows this now. So I wouldn't expect another book for over a year. Maybe a year and a half or 2 years. Babe, take your time. Like, you're a disabled queen. You've got this. I would rather wait 5 years for a good quality book. As long as we don't get into the George R.R. Martin issue, like, I'm fine with it. She's young. She's vibrant. She's got a great community around her. Wait a couple of years. I can wait. It'll give me more time to do a lot of rereads and craft my own theories. Elson, you are too? Yes! I love it! You can read all day. Yes, yes. The ebook and physical copy. Me too. I'm going to buy both. Well, obviously, I'm going to get the physical copy, but I haven't decided if I'm going to read on the physical copy yet or just do my Kindle for it. I want to look back at my reactions. Yes. Oh, SMG, you'll be so fine. Just stay off of some places like, well, I mean, I don't even know if TikTok's going to be around, but stay off of certain sectors of the internet. You'll be good. A flashlight in this lighting. Can we do ghost stories? Absolutely. Ready? Chat, you ready for a ghost story? Men. That's it. That's my ghost story. Thank you. Good night. Oh, wait. I can't turn my flashlight off now. Yeah. Don't take 90 years to finish a book, but otherwise I can wait. Yeah, Suzanne Collins just dropping books every once in a while. How long did it take Iron Flame to write? Per Rebecca Yarrow, she wrote that in 4 months. 4 months. Yeah. And it sucks because I was following that on Instagram when she would post to her stories. She'd be on vacation with her family and she'd be showing like, here's another draft, here's a rewrite, blah, 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 blah. Not like showing it, but just showing that like with it blurred out or whatever. I'm like, oh my God, she didn't even take vacations. She was inside. Yes, terrifying. Can we get an Onyx Storm chat? Yes. Yes. Well, how do you, So here's my question. So in the Discord right now, let me go over this with y'all. We've got Book Club Current Read. That's where I was going to house Onyx Storm. Do you want a separate blurb just for Onyx Storm? Would that be better? Because if that's what you want, put a 1 in the chat. I'll do that literally right now. I'll do it literally right now. The one thing I will say is that I would love people to still spoiler their chats about Onyx Storm. just in case people haven't like totally finished it. Is that fair? Okay, I'll do it right now. Give me a second, chat. I'll tag the book club in it. All right, new post. Onyx Storm. All discussions about Onyx Storm. Please tag your spoilers. Okay. All right, I made the post. I'm going to tag book club so everybody can get in there. And it is live in the Discord. Golden, thank you. Faye, thank you. Restrict it? I don't think we need to restrict it. I think that should be fine. I just want people to be like mindless. Wow. I want you to be mindless. I want people to be mindful about what they're posting. Because some folks might just be like, oh my God, I'm on my fourth chapter of Onyx Storm. I want to tell y'all how I'm feeling about as I read it. But like 5 other people have already finished it and they go in and they get spoiled. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I want this to be beautiful for everybody, a great experience. I don't want that ruined for anyone. Whether it's game spoilers, movie spoilers, book spoilers, taking that like away from people. Let me put it in these terms. If somebody had spoiled the end of Fourth Wing for me, right at the end, a certain person comes out, welcome to the revolution. I have not had a book hit me like that in years. Even my 5 stars that I've read since I first read Fourth Wing for the first time have not hit in that same way. I don't want to take that from people. So I'm sorry if we're going to be like over spoiling things, but that's what I would rather. We are exclamation point book club. I will give you the date right now. I already have it up. Onyx Storm, February 24th. February 24th. So y'all basically have a little over a month. In the last 39 seconds, no? Thank you for the follows. Welcome, welcome. Add block terms on mobile. No, you're fine. Click until you're ready. Okay. What's up? Totally great username. Hello. Yeah, oh, that gives you plenty of time. Plenty of time. Okay, chat. I'm gonna wrap her up for today, if y'all don't mind, okay? Nothing's wrong with my internet. Thank God. The power is here. My headache's starting to become a migraine. I'm getting nauseous. I'm gonna go and do my migraine treatment. So, we will be not live tomorrow, just as a nice reminder, okay? We will not be live tomorrow. We'll be live Saturday, 12 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do present opening. We're going to do crying, probably. We're going to do whatever the surprise was from the mods in the community. At 5 p.m. Eastern, I'm going to be playing Mario Party with Emrys, Soph, and Shella. It's going to be a good time. We're probably going to go like 8 hours in total on Saturday. But yeah, it's birthday stream! I'm also going to have incentives for y'all too if you want to be contributing to subs, bits, or tips at all. Never a requirement, but they are going to be there as well, okay? Thank you all so much for being here for our short stream today. I love you so much. Thank you for hanging out. We're not going to raid today because I got to go take care of myself. Hope that's okay. All right? I love y'all. I will see you on Saturday. Bye, besties! Love you.